Hello and welcome to Cleaning Vinyl. If, like me, you've stored our record collection in the loft for the last 30 years, there's going to be a pretty much good chance that records are going to be covered in dust, mildew and mould. So I'm going to be using this Janet Jackson 12-inch as an example, even though it's been in its original cellophane wrapper for the last 30 years. As you can see, there's discoloration on the actual inner sleeve, and when we look closely at the actual vinyl itself, we can see lots of mould. That's probably caused from fingerprints 30 years ago, greasy hands, and from there the mould has grown. Again, conditions in the loft, hot, cold, mildew, all that kind of stuff can affect the record. And as you can see there's lots of dust and grit and some very fine mould. I'm certainly not going to play it on my record player, so I'm going to give it a clean first. Now you can find lots of vinyl cleaning kits out there in the market. If you take a quick look on eBay and Amazon, you can find quite a few. I purchased this one directly from the SpinCare website. If you sign up to their newsletter, you get 15% off. This type of record cleaner is a manual cleaner. It uses water and velvet brushes to clean deep inside the grooves. It comes with the velvet cleaning brushes and the spindles and a couple of bottles of record cleaning solution, and it retails around about £50. It also has this neat undercarriage, which is the drying rack for the vinyl records. So you cannot use tap water to clean vinyl records, as tap water could contain minerals and impurities which could affect playback. So we're going to use deionized water. You can pick this up pretty much anywhere from supermarkets, and all you do is fill up to the level, add your spindles. As you can see, there are grooves for 12-inch, 7-inch and 10-inch records, which were probably the old 78s. Then you add your velvet brushes. On top of this, you add 4 capsules of the record cleaning solution. As an extra step on this particular record, I'm going to try and get as much grease off as possible. So I'm going to use a toilet wipe and some hand soap to clean the record first. Do not use washing up liquid, which you would use to wash your dishes with, as this contains salt, and I'm using bomb wipes as the material is soft. So I'm just going to wipe over both sides. You don't have to do this. I just find that it's really good to get as much dirt and grease off the record as possible. Okay, onto the exciting bit, cleaning the record using the kit. So you just simply slide the record into the device in between the 2 velvet brushes. The record will turn on the spindles. Now the instructions say to turn the record 4 full rotations clockwise and the same anti-clockwise, but I tend to do it a bit longer, so I used to spend about a minute on each side just to give it a good thorough clean. Then you just place it on the rack to dry. I tend to leave it half a day just to make sure it's completely dry. And the best thing about this device is that it doesn't get the label wet, it's just cleaning the actual vinyl itself. And as you can see, the end result is pretty good. The vinyl is very clean, the mold and the mildew has gone, and I feel a lot more confident about playing it on my record player now. The all-important brushes, which you should use before playing any vinyl. There's two main types. There's the bristle type, which I find to be the best, and there's also the velvet brush. It's worth mentioning that if you do intend to wash your records using water or fluids, then you need to get as much dust off as possible beforehand. Otherwise, dust and water just turns into cement within the grooves. Of course, you need to keep your stylus clean between playing each record, and I find this little brush does the job best of all. It's got really fine fibres. Some people use fluids. I wouldn't recommend that because it can damage the needle. Just one quick mention, I also clean my records using this solution. Again, I got it from Spin Care, and in the kit you get the vinyl record cleaning liquid. You get a neat little vinyl stand to drive a record or just display a record. You get a velvet brush, and you also get a cool little stylus cleaner, which is not shown here. So a few squirts of the solution, and using the microfiber cloth, just give both sides a good clean, and it gives a nice sheen to the records afterwards. And there is the stand which you get with the kit, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for not falling asleep.